Hello Aries, welcome to your general reading for November 2017. I'm using the Golden Botticelli Tarot by Lo Scarabeo. We'll start with this card here, which is the Shadow card. It's the card at the bottom of the deck after everything's been dealt out, and it's the hidden energies. It's either something that's happened that you're hiding from others, or it's something that happened that's within your subconscious and it's affecting you in a way that you're not really aware of how much it's affecting you, but this is the Tower card. The Tower is when there's some sudden change that kind of rocks your world. It tears down the foundation of your life, and it forces a transformation within your life that you weren't really prepared for. Now, when I look at this card, there's smoke here. This card showed up in another reading that I did this month. And I'm noticing a lot of changes in a lot of the readings that I'm doing. Jupiter just entered into Scorpio in the month of October. Scorpio is the planet of expansion and growth. And Scorpio is the sign of transformation. So there's these major transformations that are taking place. And this is something that's kind of out of your control. Now, when I look at the smoke in the background, it almost looks like a hand. Like the hand of God. It's the hand of fate that's crushing the foundation of your world. Something that happened. But this is the hidden energies, so maybe it was something that happened in the past, and it's affecting your current situation. It's affecting the kinds of decisions that you're making right now, and maybe you're not really aware of how much that is affecting you. This card here shows up as the theme for the month, and this is the Knave of Pentacles. The Knave is a messenger. It's either a messenger, it's a novice, it could be a child, or it could be somebody who's immature. But he's got the coin. It's the Knave of Pentacles is about, he could be a messenger about a new job. Pentacles is about money, home, and health. So this could be a message about any of those topics, whether it's a raise, a new job, a new source of income, maybe it's a bonus, maybe it's a lottery winning. This could be a message about a new home, something about your health, but he shows up as the theme, and I'll get more clarity as I start looking at the other cards. This card here represents you, and this is the Six of Swords. And I have to think, because the images on this deck is very much unlike the images on the traditional tarot decks. It throws me off. I'm completely thrown off by this. This card is usually about moving on and moving away from a situation. It usually shows people in a boat moving away, but now it just shows the swords. If the swords were the conflicts or the strife or the difficult situations in your life, and you've kind of like parked them here behind this wall, you walled them off, and now you're moving on in your little ship. So it's about moving on and moving forward and moving away from some kind of a difficult situation. I mean, maybe it's just about moving away from an old job. Maybe the Swords energy is of the mind. It's education, wisdom, knowledge. So maybe you're starting new and something new. If this messenger is about a new job, and this is about you getting on your little ship and moving away from your previous employment and leaving that knowledge behind. Maybe you're completely starting a new career or a completely new kind of a job. And that would be reflected here. But the conflict is with this. This is the Emperor. This is the authority figure. So if this person represented your previous employer, if there was conflicts with an employer, he's an authority figure. Maybe you're having conflicts with authority in general. And he's kind of in control of the sword, but you're leaving all the swords behind. You've kind of stuck them all in the window box and you're moving on. He could be a father, a parent. He could be just a parent. He could be, this could be the law. This could represent the law. If you're putting the past behind you and moving on, maybe you were getting in trouble with the law and now you're just You're moving on. You're putting that behind you. You're starting a new leaf, turning a new leaf. But the conflict is with this person. And maybe if it was conflicts with a previous employer and now you're getting a new job. This is at the foundation. Well, and here we go with this is, you know, the Tower card is when something is out of your control. So maybe you lost your job. If this represents your employer and now you're moving on from that situation, but the Tower card would mean that it was kind of sudden and out of your control. So maybe you got fired from a job, or if you were kicked out of your apartment or kicked out of your home, maybe this is a father figure and you were living at home and you've been told to leave, and that would be showing up here in the Tower card. This is the Knight of Swords, which is at the foundation. So this is you taking action. This is forward movement and taking action with your swords energy. This could be about education. This could be forward movement, going back to college, going back to school, getting some training. This is just, maybe this is you moving on to a new job, learning new job skills, moving forward in your life, taking charge, and taking action. In your past is this card. This is the Eight of Swords is feeling stuck and bound, but it's kind of self-imposed. This person, he looks like he's tied to this tree, but he really isn't. He just can climb down and walk away. It's you feel in your mind like you're stuck in a situation, but it's all in your mind. And this is in the past. There's a lot of swords energy showing up in this reading here. A lot of, I don't want to say conflicts per se, not yet, because the swords are also about just education and knowledge and wisdom as well. Now, the Four of Pentacles is the present energy, and this is often referred to as the Miser card. This is somebody controlling the money. Maybe you're having conflicts with somebody about the money. If this was an employer and they're not paying you fairly, or you were supposed to get a bonus, or they're not paying you for your overtime, and they're holding on to the money and you're not getting the money that you're supposed to get. And because of that, you're moving on and getting a new job. That could be reflected here. Or it could mean you saving your money if you're trying to save your money for something. If you're taking action and taking on, maybe you're taking a second job. This could be a messenger about a second job to earn more money. And then in your near future is this card. This is the Eight of Chalices. Again, this card is about moving on and moving forward. In a traditional deck, it shows a person moving on. In this particular deck, nobody's moving. There's no movement. He's just kind of like blessing the cups as though, you know, whatever this situation was, whatever this emotional situation was, it's forgiving. I see this card as an act of forgiveness. And it's forgiving whatever emotional upsets there were. Like whatever this was, if there was some emotional upset, whatever the conflict is with this person. And it's you being able to forgive that situation and move on from it, move forward. And this is you moving on. Forgiving and moving on. Putting it behind you and moving on. This could represent somebody at school. This could be a professor. This could be college. This could be a message about getting a loan to go back to school. Maybe, you know, you're going to get the money to go back to school. That's a possibility there. This is the card that reflects your internal energies and how you're feeling right now. The Six of Pentacles is about generosity or charity. So it's you receiving money. So if this is the Miser card and not giving any money, and this is the messenger about money, some new source of income, they're kind of conflicting here. Maybe this person was withholding money, but now you're going to get it. This is either you receiving charity or you giving money. Maybe you're getting the money. Maybe your school loan came through. Maybe you're not getting as much as you wanted, but you're getting something. But this is about charity and generosity. Or maybe you're just feeling generous about something. Maybe you're being generous with your money. Maybe this is you offering money to somebody because they weren't getting it. But this could be you offering money to somebody else. Or they're offering money to you. Maybe this person wasn't going to give you the money, but now you found other ways of getting it. So this card here is either you giving the money and being generous of yourself, or this is you receiving money or generosity from somebody else. And then this card here is the external energies, which is about, it's either communication or it's something that's been set into motion. But this particular tarot deck never shows motion. In the cards where you would normally see motion, all three of these cards in a traditional deck would show forward movement. It would show the image of a person in the boat sailing away. It would show a person putting the cups behind them and walking away. And this shows the wands in motion, but none of these cards are showing motion except for the little ship, this little ship sailing away. But other than that, there's not a whole lot of motion. So it's more about forgiveness. He looks like he's just forgiving the situation. And then this is Cupid with his little bow and arrow. So he's like going to shoot. If these were conflicts that were taking place, instead of putting it behind you, instead of walking away from it, maybe you're just learning how to forgive and how to love. Not necessarily moving away from the situation, but learning how to forgive. So maybe you're forgiving this person. If this was a person in your life, and you're learning how to forgive this person, whoever this person is to you, some kind of authority figure, or somebody who, if it was a spouse or a significant other, it was somebody who was very much in charge and in command. And maybe that was difficult. Maybe you've decided to move on and leave that relationship here. But you're also forgiving. These are both about forgiving. And learning how to love again where these conflicts were before. This card represents your hopes and your fears. And this is the financial prosperity and financial success. Maybe this is a new home. So if we go back to this could just be you moving, like moving your location. Maybe you've lost your home. I mean, a lot of people have lost their homes with all of the events that are happening right now with the weather. And maybe you've lost your home. Maybe it was sudden. You lost it in the flood or you lost it in the fire. And your hopes and your dreams are to have a new home. And maybe this is about a messenger. Maybe this is just a message from the insurance company that you're going to get money and you're going to be able to rebuild. So maybe this is you putting that behind you and then moving on to a new town. Maybe this is you physically moving to a new town and getting the money to rebuild and to buy a new home. And maybe that's what your hopes and dreams are, which will be reflected here. Maybe this is all about taking action and rebuilding your life if there was some tragic event where you lost your home. And then you're receiving, if you find yourself in a situation now, you're receiving charity and generosity from others that are going to help you to do that. And this is the final outcome. The Knave of Chalices, again, we have another knave. So he's also a messenger, but this is an emotional, this is emotion. This could be a new relationship. This could be, maybe it's a new job, and now this is of your emotions, something new within you. This is also about being a novice. So it's about maybe a new relationship and a new job and starting over and feeling happy once again. This could be a person coming into your life offering, a new love partner for you. So there's something new within your life. Whether it's a new home or a new job, this could be a new relationship. This could be a new job where you feel happy at the job. You feel satisfied, emotionally satisfied at your job. And then there's this card, which is Temperance. It's feeling balanced. This is also about renewed health. When you're balanced, you're healthy. When you're unbalanced, you're unhealthy. So Temperance is also about balance and health. So if you're moving on and moving away, maybe you moved away from this person, if this person was too controlling, and now you're finding some balance in your life. And you're finding this new person who's offering his love to you. And then the final card and the final outcome is the Ten of Swords, which is about feeling defeated, being defeated, but that's the end of a cycle. So whatever this defeat was, it's being at the end of a cycle. Maybe you had to make some kind of a sacrifice. It's almost like this person here. You know, here he is standing here. This is you in your self-imposed prison, feeling like everything is out of your control. And, you know, now you're defeated, but it's at the end. And you're able to put that behind you and move on. So that's your reading, Aries. Thanks for watching. If this doesn't resonate with you, check your rising sign. There might be some more information in the reading for your rising sign that would make more sense if this doesn't. I'm going to also be uploading a relationship reading and an angel reading. The angel readings are just a little lighter. They're not as heavy. Sometimes these general readings can get heavy, especially when I'm using the Botticelli cards. They can be very heavy at times. But come back next month. Check it out. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please like the video, comment below. I like to see comments. I always respond. And thanks for watching. Take care. God bless.